Converge kicking off the show. I won't let you go. It's Peach's Pit Party on this fine pre-Friday, very hot pre-Friday, a.k.a. Thursday, July 16th, 2026. I'm starting off the show with Converge because earlier this morning I had the chance to talk to Jacob Bannon, the vocalist for the band Converge. Super nice dude. I think I have a theory now that the nicer the rock star, the heavier the band. Because I've noticed every single dude in the extreme metal community they're usually nice, way nice. The only person I've ever had a problem with, and I'm not going to say this person's problematic, but they have displayed certain behaviors in the past, and that is Danny Warsnop. Other than that, everyone has been incredibly nice. They're usually quite nerdy the more extreme metal you go. If you go to like progressive metal, they're the nerdiest of the nerds. But if you go to like grindcore, slamcore, deathcore, usually they're pretty nerdy. Usually, yeah, they're down to earth too, which is quite funny compared to their music. So I'll hopefully have that interview up on our YouTube channel here soon at some point today at K-Bear 101 RMG. I'll give away some Papa Roach tickets this afternoon, and overall, if you want to get a hold of me, you can over at 208-535-1015. I decided to go to Hobby Lobby on my lunch break because I've been desperately wanting a new picture for my living room, which is kind of sad because I'm replacing the picture of Old Town Seal Beach, obviously where I'm from. I want to pay homage to my hometown, but I was like, it doesn't really look like it fits there anymore because I've redone my living room. I'm like, I need something bigger. Here I am on the show talking about interior decorating again. My dull apartment just got even duller. I decided to go to Hobby Lobby on my lunch break because they have that 40% off deal on all wall decor, and some would say that is a that is it. They have that conspiracy theory where it's not actually on sale. They just pretend it is, so that way you're a sucker and you buy it, which I did buy it. The original price, supposedly, allegedly, on the back of the wall art that I bought was $56.99. I bought it for $32. It's a 20 by 40 picture of a pretty dull lake or stream, I should say. Actually, yeah, more so a stream now that I think about it, with mountains and trees in the background. It looks peaceful. I'm going to hang that up in my living room, make it even more dull in there. Maybe I should get a nice big candle that smells like timber. Just have that, make the picture sort of come to life because you can smell the candle, that kind of thing. Whatever. All right, whatever. Here's Theory of a Dead Man. Winnebago, lay low on Peach's Pit Party. Well, on that last break, I talked about interior decorating. Let's talk about decluttering next, I guess, on Peach's home renovation show. I guess that's an ongoing topic as of late. This was posted. This made the radio prep, by the way. I was just scrolling the radio prep trying to find something entertaining to talk about, and this crap pops up. A post on Reddit's Declutter subreddit brought up this issue that some people have boxes filled with birthday cards they have collected over the years, while others read them, appreciate the thought, and then throw them away. This person says, ever since my early teenage years, I've always had a thing for keeping birthday, Christmas cards that people would give to me. I'd always felt bad for throwing them out because I'd always thought of them as gifts from people. I'm currently going through my room and decluttering and made a new rule that if they are not handwritten cards, I will just throw them out. Yeah, if somebody ever sends you like that auto pen, or even worse, just like a generic typed out card, throw it away, man. Especially if there's no money inside. Those selfish jerks. I used to be that kid that would be so excited to get a card from my grandma, not because of what she wrote on the inside, because there would always be a $20 bill. And I knew I think I would shake the card. I would be that guy that would just like sort of open the card a little bit, watch the 20 fall out, and not even read the card. Do I still have those cards? Maybe not. Maybe my parents do. I have every card, every birthday card, whatever that has been given personally to me in these boxes that I got from Michael's years ago. This is very entertaining stuff. I hope you guys are liking this. There's one box that's labeled stuff that has stuff all the way back from high school in there. Yeah, I guess that was worth talking about on the show here. I'm sorry. I am a little concerned. I don't know if it's because it's hot outside or what, but my phone has been heating up pretty quickly. I might need to upgrade. I think mine is now 3 generations behind. Any single time you buy a new iPhone, you have the latest one for about a month or so before they reveal the iPhone 26. And the next thing you know, you're far behind. Whatever iPhone they're on now, I have no idea. But I am kind of worried that this thing's just going to randomly catch fire or something like that. I was outside. No, I think it was getting warm because maybe it's in my cup holder. I feel like I'm branding myself every single time I get into my car now to go on my lunch break. It's a nice sunny day out there. It's very hot. Be careful. Stay cool. Drink water. Put on sunscreen if you need it. I was heading out to Hobby Lobby, and I was like, you know what? I put my sunglasses on. It's too bright out here. And my sunglasses are, I think, metal for the most part. And they're in the sunglass holder that is, I thought, perfectly shaded, but no, they're burning hot in my hands, and I stupidly decided to put them on my face and almost burn my eyes, you know? Why does it have to be so hot, you know? Summer is officially the worst season. I saw a post about that in r/unpopular opinion. Summer definitely is the worst season. I love those transition periods between spring and summer, or not even spring, summer, winter to spring, and then summer to fall, where it's like the high is like 60. It's not that cold yet. It's pretty nice. The low is like 40. Yeah, I like that a lot. While the World Cup has been a great spectacle this summer for people, not me. I hate soccer. I don't know why I felt the need to say that. While the World Cup has been a great spectacle this summer, it has also been a huge moneymaker for everyone involved. No kidding. FIFA revealed that $871 million will be distributed to teams, which is a huge jump from the $440 million prize pool at the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. All the teams that qualified get a cut, but the big bucks go to the most successful teams, while the minimum payout to teams is about $12 million. Only $12 million. The winner of the Spain-Argentina final on Sunday will earn $51 million, followed by $43 million for the runner-up. France and England will play in the third-place game on Saturday with $30 million for third, $28 mil for fourth. Now that the World Cup is winding down, you might have asked yourself, why do they keep showing that guy with the shaved head in the stands? That's FIFA President Gianni Infantino, however you say his name. And while FIFA says they don't require a video shot of their leader during broadcasts, there is a unique part of their TV deal. There must be a dignitary shot in every half of a game to show highest-ranking officials present at a game. And with Infantino showing up at 2 matches a day during the group round, that netted him a lot of screen time. There's also a deal that requires the broadcast to show those described by FIFA as VVIPs. Very, very important people. This includes heads of state and celebrities. I guess there's that to talk about here. A dignitary shot. Wow. Not like that's an ego. That's not a narcissistic move, huh? The market for Shohei Ohtani memorabilia continues to be hot. A 2018 Bowman Chrome Superfractor 1-of-1 rookie card just sold for a record $3.3 million. It beats the previous record that was just set last December of just $3 million for a 2025 Topps Chrome autographed gold patch card sold. It's the 5th publicly known $1 million $1 million sale of an Ohtani card. That does it for your Shot Clock Sports Update right here on K-Bear 101. For years, we've heard the same advice, go to college, but lately, the trades have been having a pretty incredible moment. Mike Rowe of, that show, is it Dirty Jobs? Mike Rowe says some electricians under 30 working at AI data centers in Texas are making between $240,000 and $280,000 a year. All right, I guess I'm leaving radio. I guess I'll go ahead and learn myself to become an electrician, huh? No massive student loans, plenty of demand. Companies are actively trying to hire them as AI infrastructure keeps expanding. So does the need for electricians, welders, plumbers, mechanics, other skilled trades to actually build and maintain it. It's a good reminder that success doesn't always come with a 4-year degree. Sometimes it comes with a hard hat. And while not every trade job pays $250,000, there are a lot of great careers available right here in East Idaho. If you're looking for your next opportunity, visit HireEastIdaho.com. This week's Hire East Idaho Job of the Week is an inventory management position with Mountain West Farm Equipment in Idaho Falls. They're a family-owned agricultural equipment business serving dairies and feedlots across Idaho and the surrounding states. Full-time employees, they receive health care, dental, retirement contributions, sick leave, vacation, and holiday pay. Pay starts at $20 an hour depending on availability and the benefits package. Excuse me. Apply today at HireEastIdaho.com, where you'll also find hundreds of local opportunities from employers all across East Idaho. Hire East Idaho, connecting people with opportunity. It's Peach's Pit Party now with Breaking Benjamin on K-Bear 101. All right, I love how this is a thing, this viral podcast that's hosted by Dominican sisters. Does it say their names, or does it just say hosted by Dominican sisters has inspired TikTok's latest feel-good movement, Nun Girl Summer. No, it's not that you don't talk to any woman during the summertime. No, Nun Girl Summer, N-U-N. Despite the name, it's not really about becoming a nun. Instead, women are embracing a simpler, less stressful approach to life that's focused on friendship, community, hobbies, and finding joy in everyday moments. That sounds boring and dumb, doesn't it? I thought if it was called Nun Girl Summer, you just committed. You started wearing the outfit, started praying all the time. You nun-maxed, as the kids would say. TikTok users are celebrating things like craft nights, cooking, lawn walks with friends, prioritizing their own happiness over outside validation. Maybe that's what I'm doing, avoiding public appearances, going on lawn walks, thinking to myself, maybe I should listen to soft music instead of just extreme metal. Commit to the Nun Girl Summer, huh? That sounds nice, doesn't it? Plus, I cook a lot more now. So, yeah, I guess I'm embracing this lifestyle. I wonder if this just announced Ghost movie is going to be making its way to the theaters here in the area. Ghost is returning to movie theaters with their second concert film, Too Big to Rig. Captured over 2 shows last September at Mexico City's Palacio de los Deportes. Is that how you say it? Palacio de los Deportes. On their Skeletor World Tour focuses on their concert ritual with behind-the-scenes footage spotlighting their crew members who turn the band's theatrical vision into a nightly reality. I think the last time I watched that Ghost movie, I went with Victor, and he got the souvenir popcorn bucket, which every movie does now. Every movie, no matter what, is doing a signature popcorn bucket that costs a bunch of money. And when are you ever going to use that again? Do I still have that cup? I do, actually, as a matter of fact. I got the souvenir Ghost cup. I spent like $15, I think, maybe even more, on the souvenir Ghost cup. Have I used it? No, it just sits there on my collection shelf, collecting dust. It's officially become a DC, a Ghost DC instead of BC. Get it? Anyway, here's Motionless in White. Their new album comes out tomorrow. Playing God featuring Corey Taylor on K-Bear 101. Mastodon, Your Ghost Again. Their album comes out August 28th, the same day as Beartooth's new album Pure Ecstasy will come out as well. Tomorrow, like I mentioned in that previous break, we're getting the new album from Motionless in White, and I just texted their record rep. I'm hoping to get a radio clean copy of the entire thing, because it would be great to play the entire thing, just like what I did for the last album, Scoring the End of the World, in its entirety on my afternoon show. Do it during the 5 p.m. hour. Motionless in White, Decades. The album cover is pretty brutal. I like it, even though so far we've received, 3 tracks off of it? Playing God, which of course is about those people online just talking trash. That's my favorite track on the album so far. Absolutely love that one. Afraid of the Dark. That one's definitely uplifting. R.I.P. with Skylar Grey. Also, I believe that one is an uplifting track too, isn't it? If you read the lyrics of Afraid of the Dark, if you're going through anything, look at the lyrics of Motionless in White, Afraid of the Dark. Like, I listen to it on my walk sometimes to power myself through, Anyway, Motionless in White, their new album comes out tomorrow. Hopefully, I will play it in its entirety on Peach's Pit Party. I guess we're already getting robot teachers. When students return to school this fall in the Salamanca City Central School District, wow, that's a mouthful, in Western New York, a new kind of teacher will be ready to greet them. The small rural district located on the Seneca Nation Reserve is set to be one of the first in the country to put a humanoid robot in a classroom. So it's not going to replace the classroom teacher, but it is programmed to provide learning support to both students and educators. So it's just going to be like a robotic teacher's assistant. Is that what's going to happen? It's going to catch you cheating It's going to walk up and down the desks. Why exactly? Why do we need this when you could just have a perfectly good student or person be the teacher's assistant? I mean, I'm seeing here a picture of, wow. So it's not very obviously a robot. No, I should have known humanoid meant like it's going to try to look as close to a human as possible. That's freaky. This picture that I'm looking at from NewYorkUpstate.com. It shows this robotic-looking woman just sitting there with a blank stare on her face, and all the students around her are looking up and smiling at her. This looks like a shot out of a horror movie that A24 would put out there. Peach's Pit Party right here on K-Bear at 101. Whoops, I have my Z103 profile logged in, so I guess I'll use the music beds for my Z103 afternoon show. Afternoons with Brendan Peach here on K-Bear. It's Peach's Pit Party, obviously. Same person, just a slight variation of my name. I was reading that story about that one lady. I'm sure it's popped up for you about the lady that got license plates in Florida, and the license plates say SQZ space A55. I'm not going to say what that spells out there, but I'm sure you understand. And it reminded me of that Facebook page, Ida Vanity Plate, where people like spot these different license plates all throughout Idaho that are just funny. And one time on my Facebook, I shared a picture of a car that I parked next to that had the license plate Peachy, and I posted it on my Facebook profile saying out of all the cars to park next to at the mall, it had to be this one. People laughed at it, but then there was that one guy that was like, if this was my car, I would be furious. And I go, why? And he goes, because you are blasting someone's license plate all over the internet. It's a personalized license plate that they're blasting everywhere they go. The car is bright orange. And again, that group, Ida Vanity Plate, also exists where people share those license plates. This lady in Florida just had her license plate shared on national news. It was posted on Offbeat Reddit. It was put in the radio prep. It's everywhere, right? She's not mad. Well, she's more so mad that, I mean, why would you be mad about that anyway? That's such a funny license plate to have. I would be so thrilled. That'd be like hitting the lottery, without the money, of course. It's just a rare circumstance that you get Squeeze A55 as your license plate. What an honor. Now, I don't know if Taco Bell has the worst luck or the worst timing. Health officials are investigating that large cyclospora outbreak that's sickened thousands of people across multiple states. That's the big topic now. Explosive diarrhea. I hope we get the diarrhea stimulus checks. Investigators are looking at leafy greens and other fresh produce as possible sources, and some Taco Bell locations have voluntarily pulled ingredients like lettuce, onions, cilantro, pico de gallo, guacamole, while the investigation continues. So far, no specific ingredient or supplier has been confirmed, and officials haven't concluded that Taco Bell is the source, but of course, the internet immediately hears Taco Bell and goes, yeah, that checks out! I was talking to someone about how I went to Taco Bell as my cheat meal, and they went, did you get the virus? It's like, yeah, I just so happen to have it right here. You see me clenching myself, trying to hold it all in? I'm wearing 3 pairs of underpants. Like, what did you expect me to say? Like, I'm staying 6 feet apart from everybody? Again, the best thing I saw was about the diarrhea stimulus checks. If they hand those out, I'll gladly take one. Okay? All right, I guess Victor, I wish Victor would have told me this, that when it comes to the Papa Roach ticket giveaway that we are currently doing, that if you win tickets with us, you get put into a drawing for a meet and greet, I believe, with, is it Papa Roach? I'll have to ask him. He never told me. He didn't even update the liner. It just says be caller 20 when you hear back-to-back songs. And I know I just talked about this giveaway, but I'm talking about it again because the show's a week away, and it's news to me after listening to his Victor Wilt Show podcast that you can potentially win a meet and greet with, I think, Papa Roach. Set it off. Maybe? I don't know. Autumn Kings? I mean, all 3 bands are incredibly nice. I mean, the nicest people. Like I mentioned at the beginning part of the show, you will not meet a bad person in the rock and metal genre. You won't. Danny Warsnop, he must have been having a bad day when I met him the first time because he was just kind of rude. But the last time that I saw him at the Mountain America Center, he was rather nice. He made a joke, and then he was talking about my height, because that's the first thing people always talk about with me. Oh, how tall are you? They always try to guess, and then they get the height completely wrong, and then I say my actual height. They go, no way. I'm like, yes way. Why would I just magically say that? I'm not going to just spew out a number. I'm 4'8", actually. Like, what do you want me to say? Like, and so Danny was making this height thing, or some comment about the height, and I just went, oh, have you ever heard the story about Wilt Chamberlain and how, like, if somebody asked him what the weather's like up there, he would spit on them and say it's raining, and he laughed his head off. And he was like, "That's the first time I've ever heard that. That's hilarious." And me and him were having a good time. That was at the Mountain America Center right before the. Who were they opening up for? I completely forget now. Wow, my memory is going to complete and utter garbage. Wow. All right, there's that. Well, here's Avatar: Crying Fire on K-Bear 101. I think I already talked about this story. It still makes me laugh that someone just decided to bring an unexploded grenade into a police station. The Ontario Provincial Police in Ottawa issued a warning to residents after someone stopped into the station to turn in an unexploded World War II era grenade. Authorities say transporting old explosives can be extremely dangerous for both the person carrying them and anyone nearby. I think the station said, like, please don't bring grenades into our station. Maybe I should do that for when Lieutenant Crane comes here tomorrow morning. Go to the Army surplus store and be like, hey, you have any decoy grenades? Walk into the K-Bear studio. Hey, Lieutenant Crane, look what I found. He just tackles me to the ground. Knowing that guy, that dude is like the modern day Chuck Norris, Lieutenant Crane. He's the nicest guy, but if you're a bad dude, if you're a criminal, he's gonna find you. He's gonna get you, just like the Cops theme song says, Traffic School powered by the Advocates every Friday morning, 8:45 on K-Bear 101. Plus, you can find the previous episodes of Traffic School powered by the Advocates on demand wherever you get your podcasts. Getting older is weird. Like, you start getting excited about things that you would have never gotten excited about as a kid. Like, I was talking to my friend Brian last night. Shout out to him. Talking to him about interior decorating, like I mentioned at the beginning part of the show, where he helped me hang up the Ice Nine Kills signed axe in my living room. I'm extremely afraid that I'm going to walk home or walk into my apartment and just see the axe on the ground and the guitar hanger somehow just ripped out of the wall and caused a massive hole in the wall. And then there goes my security deposit. But I've been trying to revamp the interior of my place with more so, not sophisticated, but trying to keep my place not looking like a bachelor pad, which I cannot stand that phrase for some reason. That's what my place was labeled as previously. Oh, this place is such a bachelor pad. You got such weird stuff. And so, most recently, I've sold a whole bunch of stuff, gotten rid of a whole bunch of stuff, started making it look more like a cohesive home. So I went to Hobby Lobby over my lunch break and got myself a nice picture to hang above the record player. It's like a nice view of some mountains with a stream, like I mentioned earlier on in the show. And Josh comes in, or I showed Josh the picture. He's like, nice AI rendering of some nature. I'm like, what do you mean it's AI? And he's like, dude, like everything in there is AI. And I'm like, well, I don't think it's AI. And so I started like looking more at it. I'm like, is this AI slop that I'm about to hang up in my place? Well, that's the last thing I need. It was a cheaper picture. As they say, it's on sale. But there's a whole conspiracy theory against Hobby Lobby that nothing in there is actually on sale. They just pretend it is. It was a whole conversation that Victor, Josh, and I were just having not that long ago, and now I'm all worried. At least I have the receipt just in case I need to return it. Turns out to be AI slop I'm hanging up in my apartment. There's some places that try selling like legitimate AI slop where it's like Abraham Lincoln on a dinosaur, and it's quite stupid how much they're trying to charge for it. It's like, how dumb do you think we are? Anyway, here's Black Label Society, Name and Blood on K-Bear 101. All right, if you want a game recommendation, I'm going to end the show with something that you should definitely check out. If you have a PC and you shop on Steam, try checking out the game Keep Gambling. It's mindless, and it's fun, and it keeps you entertained, at least for a short while. It kind of gives me anxiety, not going to lie, because you're this character that has a massive amount of debt. You have like $75,000 worth of debt, and you have to slowly pay off that debt by just gambling. And you have to make as much money as possible. Apparently, in this game, the faster your heart goes, the more fortune that you have. There's a fortune multiplier on the top left, and it shows your heart rate, your BPM. I didn't realize that you had to slow your heart down eventually, so my character got to 301 beats per minute, which of course is not going to happen in real life, because your heart would explode and you'd be dead. And that's what happened to my character. It says, oh, you suffered cardiac arrest. And then it spawned me in the church. And the game says, since you have this massive amount of debts, you're not dying. You're going right back to getting that money. So then you have to go to this 7-Eleven style store, buy a whole bunch of lottery tickets, or pay for spins on the slot machine, all of that stuff. It's quite a fun game, and of course the price for the game itself is $7.77. I highly recommend playing it or giving it a try. I tried playing some of it yesterday, but then I got invited to hang out, so I was like, okay, I'll shut my computer off. I feel like such an adult, only getting to play video games for 20 minutes before I need to go do something else, you know? Or pay for slot machine, all of that stuff. It's a fun game. Of course, the price for the game itself is $7. Peach's Pit Party is hosted by me, Peaches, a.k.a. Men Playing, or giving it a try. I tried playing some of it yesterday, but then I got invited to hang out, so I was like, okay, I'll shut my computer off. I feel like such an adult.